So friends, I was saying that retrieving data is a major component for people who analyze data because data is stored in the database. If it's in the database, it's not enough. We need to fetch that information for us to make insights, for us we can be able to make good decisions as decision makers. So usually many organizations depend on data so much to make informed decisions. So if you're a data analyst, that is your role, is to enable organizations who have lots of data, and you enable them to analyze it in the most convenient way by providing a report. Okay, so my name is Robert Kawalya. Uh, we were able to look at sorting data, and we said that data, in case you want it to be sorted, we must be able to understand the different keywords. For SQL, I say that SQL is a structured query language. If something is structured, it follows a certain process, okay, that you must be able to do. As we said that whenever you want to read data, we use the select keyword. For sorting data, the keyword is for sorting data, the keyword is order by. And we say that if you want it to be sorted in ascending order, the keyword is ASC. And if you want it to be in descending, it is DESC. These are the different ways that you can be able to use to sort information. We are going to look at those scenarios, and we say that in the database, if you're retrieving information and you want to make some informed decisions, how can you be able to filter the retrieved information from the database? That's when we use the where clause. The where clause enables us to limit records. For records who do not meet a certain criteria, they are removed, and we are not going to get them in our report. So the where clause is very important. I'm going to show you how we can be able to use it. The where clause, we're going to follow different scenarios such that we can be able to understand the way in which it works. And we shall be able to look at different logical operators. Logical operators, I mean, and, or, not, among others. We shall be able to look at comparison operators, the greater than, the less than, the equals, greater or equal, less or equal, not in. Okay. We shall look at the in and not operators. This is what we are going to look at in this presentation. I said, my name is Robert Kawalya. Friends, let's start with sorting data. Yes, we have fetched data from the database. How can you sort it in either ascending or descending? I say that whenever we are sorting data, the keyword is order by. If you want it to be in ascending order, it is ASC. ASC. Descending order, it is DES. SC. So, we are going to look at these scenarios. We are able to look at this last time, but we are recapping for those who missed that session to bring them on speed. We are going to do only two scenarios. So this is the scenario. The finance manager needs a list of employees and their salaries sorted from highest to lowest. So you as a data analyst, how would you write a select query using the order by keyword to sort salary in descending order? So highest, lowest, that is descending. Okay? This is what we're going to look at. Uh, so friends, whenever you want to get information from the database and from the database management system known as Oracle, we use SQL. We must run the SQL command line. So you can just come here, you type, you search for SQL. If you're using Oracle 11G, it's going to come as SQL plus. If it is Oracle 10G, it's going to come as SQL command line. You'll need to open it. When you open it, it's going to load. It will ask you to put in the username and the password. Once you have that information, okay. So friends, someone's asking, can we also use the PowerShell? This is SQL command line. Please, it is SQL, not PowerShell. I told you that Oracle can be able to understand what we call SQL, but not PowerShell. There are many things. There's even the command prompt. Command prompt is not the SQL. The SQL is the structured query language that is used by different database management systems, including Oracle, MySQL, Postgre SQL, and Microsoft SQL Server. So, among others. So we are in Oracle, and it also uses SQL. So the username, we are using the default username, which is HR, and we need to put the password. After that, it's going to tell us that we are connected to SQL. Someone there is saying that what if I use SQL developer? Uh, the SQL or SQL developer enables you to establish a database connection, but you cannot be able to use it to execute different commands. Okay, it enables you for you to be able to install the Oracle software, create the different username, create different databases, but not running different SQL commands or SQL commands. Okay. Any other question? Any other question? Okay. As a friends, we have here a scenario. We have already interpreted it that you want a list of employees and their salaries sorted from highest to lowest. Okay. So the table, it is employees. And I said that if you want to get to know the table structure, you first describe the table to get to know the different columns that are in that table. So that's when we say describe that table, and the table we are describing, it is called employees. Yes, it is employees. We are able to see there is the first name, last name, and salary. And these are the columns that we are interested in this time round. Okay, so We want a list of people or employees with first name and last name and salary, but sorted in ascending order. So we are going to write our score command as normally. Whenever you want to read data, we use the select keyword, select first name, last name, comma, salary from employees. And after completing that table, or so that score command, you terminate it. So this is the information that is unordered. Okay, it is unordered. So I want it to be in either ascending or, sorry, in descending order. So after putting the table name, you put in what you call the order by keyword for you to be able to sort the information. You say order by salary, and then descending. After that, you terminate. Uh, there's a problem with our score command. We need to make sure that everything is okay. The word order by is having some challenges. Order, order by, order by, order by descending. And that's how you're able to know that, oh, it is moving from highest to lowest. That is descending. I believe we have been able to understand that scenario. Maybe for those that need to get it on the second attempt, it is here. Um, the HR director wants employees listed by hire date from the earliest hire and to the latest hire. As a data analyst, how would you write a select query using order by to sort by hire date in ascending order? So we want employees. We want employees. That means we need the first name, last name, and the hire date. And you must specify the table from a table which is employees. We put in the order by hire date, ascending. Ascending is abbreviated as SG. After that, you run the command. So for those who are noting down different commands, let me post them in the chat room such that you can be able to copy and get something in your books. Our previous query was let me also share it. Let me share our previous query. For those who are noting down, you can go into the chat room and get that command. Okay, I said we shall look at two scenarios because we looked at all these in our previous discussion. We are just recapping for those that have just joined, that missed that session. So now, let us move to the where clause. I said that the where clause is used to limit records. For instance, we don't want to see the employees whose salary is 2,500. We don't want them to be in our report. Don't want these ones. We want to scrap them off. So that's when we bring in the where clause. It is used to limit records, or it is used to filter results or records. So that's the where clause. Let's see a scenario here. We want to find all employees with a salary greater than 10,000. So as a data analyst, how would you write a query? How would you write a where clause on the employees table to filter rows where salary is greater than 10,000? Okay, so this is the question. How can you be able to get people who earn the salary that is greater than 10,000? Okay, let's see how we can be able to use the where clause. So whenever you want to read data, you start with the word select. Select first name, comma, last name, comma, salary from the table which is employees. And after, because when we run this command, we shall get unfiltered information. But if you want it to be filtered, after specifying the table, that's when you put in the where salary is greater than, we use the greater than symbol. If you fold in your right hand, that is the greater than symbol. Greater than 10,000. Okay. After that, you run. There's no full stop in the records. So we are able to get people who earn this amount of money that is greater than 10,000. We have been able to achieve that through the where clause. I said the where clause is used to filter or to limit records. For instance, in our previous example, without the where clause, we are able to get over 107 records. But after putting in the where clause and putting the condition, which is this, where salary is greater than 10,000. That's why we only have 15 records selected. Okay, so let's look at the second scenario. Let me share this query in the chat room to help those who are noting down to write it at their own pace. Let's move to the second scenario. The second scenario says the HR report needs all employees in Department 20. How would you write a query or a where clause to filter employees rows where department ID equals 20? I think it is like, it is easy as taking water. I mean warm water or lukewarm water. Just take it. So just say select first name, comma, last name, comma, department ID from employees where department ID is equal to 20. After that, you terminate. There is a problem in the word department ID. It has an underscore, there is no space. So we are able to get only 2 people who belong to department ID 20. But let's see let's see it without the where clause, such that we are able to such that we are able to understand that the where clause, it is used to records. Okay, it has been able to return 107 rows. There are those with belong to department 80, 50, among many others. But if we are interested in those who belong to department ID 20, we put in the where clause and we put in the condition department ID is equal to 20 and we terminate. And we are able to get only 2 people who belong to department ID 20. Let me share that query in the chat room for those who are noting down to have something. Okay. If I'm fast, we looked at all these in our previous discussion. Let's look at on another slide. We are now on logical operators. Logical operators. So there's the and, there's the or, and there is not. So they can be used interchangeably. The not can be used. So for these logical operators, the and, all conditions must be true, but for all, one of them can be right. Another one is false. So for instance, if I want a boy and a girl, so if you're a boy, you can come, and I need also a girl. So if I say bring a boy or a girl, what does it mean? You can bring, if you find a boy, just come with that. If you find a girl, just come with that. That is the all. The not, it is able to get results who are not, or records that are not in that setup or in that category. Okay, let's see how we can be able to use the and, the all, and the not. The HR team, needs employees in Department 30 with salaries above 50,000. How would you write a where clause using and to apply both department ID equals 30 and salary greater than 50,000? The only challenge that we have in this case, that the maximum salary, it is 24,000. So that means we shall not be able to get what we want. So let me change it a bit to 24,000, not 50,000, because the maximum or the most paid employee gets 24,000. So the HR team needs employees in Department 30 with salaries above 24,000. These are the live examples that happen. They want to know people in the IT department, and that is Department ID 30, and they are earning 24,000, maybe dollars or Ugandan shillings or any. So we're going to see how we are going to use this logical operator and. So what do we do? We want employees, salary name, salary amount, and the department ID plus their names. So the query could be select first name, comma, last name, salary, comma, department ID from employees. By the way, friends, I don't want to discourage you, but if you're careless, you never write any command in SQL. Otherwise, even a full stop can make it impossible to work. From employees, where, what was the first scenario? Where the department is equal, department ID equals to 30. Where department ID is equal to 30. So the logical operator, how does it work? So they must also be getting the salary that is greater than 24,000. And salary and salary is greater than 24,000. And after we run the command. So there is a challenge. So you must make sure that everything is well written. The Oracle is very case sensitive. Let's see our query and we establish where the mistake is coming in from. There is a problem on the word department. If you're careless, you'll never write any command. Department ID. It seems that there's also another mistake. Okay, so it is saying there are no rows selected. What can give us the reason? Employees, their salary is 20 is greater than 24,000 and they belong to department ID 30. Who can give us the reason why it's saying there are no rows selected? You can just unmute yourself and tell us what could be the reason. Friends, are you there? You know, online, people can just log on and put put their devices somewhere, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'm just checking in whether you're following. Who could guess? Why do you think that it's saying no rows selected? The reason is simple. We didn't do any mistake in our commands. But remember, the most paid employee gets 24,000.